Yo, what up, Kev?
What's up? Are we going to be on video with this? We're going to have to put this one on video, right?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. It'll be weird because BTS when you guys watch the show, it's usually they upload multiple shows at a time. So it's gonna be like one show. It's gonna be like multiple shows and then one show. Bam. Hair gone.
It's the only way to do it, man.
It's the best way. People go, who is that the same?
So tell all the visually non-present listeners.
Yeah, man. 8 years worth of locks were cut off, man. I deliberated about it for quite a while. I mean, those that know me very well know I hate deliberating, so I just kind of do things at random.
Yeah.
But this was definitely a difficult thing until I cut it. Then I was like, actually, it's all good.
That was going to be my first question because I couldn't recall how long it had been, but I knew it had been. I thought it was more than 10.
No. It was 8, just turning on 9. I tried to make it 10,
Gotcha.
and no.
Oh yeah, because I pair it up with my marriage.
Okay, yeah. See, I had a fade at that wedding.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, exactly. So I told my wife that we're living on borrowed time here. I was interested to see what my dad would say if he saw you now, though. If he'd say that you lost weight or gained weight, because I think when you were starting to grow him, he just basically saw you and said that you look fat.
Yeah, that's basically the first thing he said. Hey, we gained a lot of weight, man. What's going on? You look fat. I was like, actually, that's a compliment. No one's ever told me that before. But yes, I will start running again tomorrow.
Are you good to go?
I am. Yeah, man. This is I can walk. I'm getting up to jogging now. So we're doing a speed walking thing, and we'll jog, and then I'll be able to jog in about 2 weeks.
Oh, really? All right.
Back in the gym.
Careful.
Yeah. Definitely not on the court, but back in the gym. So yeah, man, it's new. I think the end of the locks era was when the knee injury happened. That was when I was like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, all right, that's a good bookend for this.
leave all that energy in the first quarter of the year. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. What's going on with you, man? I know it's so much energy to leave at the beginning of this year. All the everything, right? The Will Smith slap, it's not here anymore. It's gone. Yeah. But anyway, what's up with you, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I'm in the best shape of my life. I also cut my hair.
All right. That's good. That's a good thing.
I did take time to think about it.
Okay.
There's no time like the present, man.
Well, okay. This would be definitely the same thing as me cutting mine. How was
What would you have preferred to say that I wear my locks on the inside? Some corny thing like that? Come on.
I would believe it. I'd believe it. I would believe it. I'd be like, yes, Kev, that's true. What's dude's name, man? It's like Randy's, not real cousin, but play cousin. Japanese DJ that DJs for Damian Marley.
I don't know.
With long, Westafa. DJ Westafa.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
I was going to say, you're like the opposite of DJ Westafa. I don't know if you don't know.
I don't know. We probably still get mistaken for each other. I don't even know what he looks like, but I'm sure we'd get mistaken for each other.
If you get mistaken for Westafa with Westafa's locks are down to his ankles, then someone is just racist, and that's the end of the story.
Do you speak English? We're both like, yes.
Right. There's no way around it. Oh my God! That's like I don't think either one of them like the joke, but I keep saying it because Rhetmatic told me about the time that him and Babu consistently get mistaken for each other.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
So I constantly walk up. I think Rhett hates the joke, by the way, but I'm like, Babu! Like, it's so goofy.
Oh, I would hate that.
But I do it every single time. Yeah.
Do you just take a wild guess and then see which one throws you over his shoulder?
Right? if you mess around Rhett too much, Rhett will bring the moves out on you.
It's like, oh, sorry, Rhett. Nice leg lock there, buddy. Nice arm bar.
Man, Rhett's ready for war.
I want to hear a real LA person say arm bar.
Arm bar.
Excellent. Well done.
Yeah, it's still there. Man. You know what I'm saying? It's my work voice. Yo, I'll tell you what. We have a couple of like pre-subjects that we wanted to get into. So why don't we get to the other side and then we'll jump into. We haven't done the opening question, so why don't we jump into the opening question / conversation on the other side? You ready?
I'm ready, man. I can't wait.
All right, man. He just lied to all y'all. Lied right into your ear, directly, just lying. All right, y'all. Let's get to that side, man. Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You alive on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kev Sakoda.
Like new shoes. I can't wait. I'm hyped.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you'd like to catch past episodes of our show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you would like to catch this on television, what you do is you go to BTSN, that's Behind the Scenes Network. You basically download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. Click on that app or channel, and we are there, Kev and I, plus plenty of other dope content. BTSN Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. You can also follow BTSN on Instagram at BTSN Pass, and you can follow Rap Sucks Radio on Instagram at Rap Sucks Radio. Yep. That's pretty much how that goes down. All right, Kev. So there was a brief conversation on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, which none of you guys can have, so you're gonna miss the conversation. But my thing was, one of the problems I have, I think one of the overall problems with hip hop, I know this persists in other arenas as well.
Sure.
But I think one of the biggest problems in hip hop is that people believe that their top 5 list has to be everyone else's. You know what I'm saying? And I think it misses the mark that I'm talking rappers specifically. I mean, I know there's DJ list and all that, but I feel like the other elements kind of have it together in this conversation a little more. You know what I mean? Like there seems to be a little bit more of an artistic respect, whereas rap is like, I don't know. I think the people that really enjoy rap kind of lose the fact that it's an art. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is that art affects people differently, right? Somebody might genuinely resonate with Sugar Free, and so Q-Tip may not be in the same arena in their opinion, right? So I wouldn't look at that person and say their top 5 list is wrong if it's like Sugar Free, DJ Quick, Mossberg, etc. I would just be like, all right, well that's the art is vast. What do you think about this thing that I have an issue with?
I think you like starting trouble.
Come on. Come on. That's not fair. That is absolutely not fair. Okay, let me put it.
You don't even give people a chance, man.
How was that?
Because usually the person who actually causes trouble is the person who says, top 5 greatest Patriots quarterbacks of all time. Go. I'll start.
Right.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Reply to
exactly.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'm totally the opposite. I'm like, right. I mean, the homie Daniel posted a picture of Tupac, and I was like, no, not on mine. You know what I mean? But it could be on yours all day. But
was he saying
Tupac's not even in my top 30?
Tupac is his KRS-One. He's number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Hey, for him, yeah,
good,
yeah. And I mean, like I said, Tupac's not even in my. would believe that he would show up somewhere around 35th or 40th. I've done this list before in my head.
Wow, I didn't. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna, like I normally do, which I'm sure is just very well regarded and pleasant. I'm gonna answer a question with a question. Why?
Sure.
Why did you post that?
Because
that's why I say you're trying to start trouble. Because you know it's just gonna start trouble.
It didn't start any trouble though. Most people
generate praise. I mean, come on. Do you really need any
I wasn't
more praise?
trying to get praise. I forgot I could use so much more.
Speak on it, Trek. Preach, Trek. These are the comments.
It bothers me. It's something that has been on my mind for a while, and it's bothered me. Like it's a thing. So I don't Kev, this is the thing for me as well. I
know all these answers.
So usually, you said what?
I know all these answers, by the way. So I'm just trying to lob you some softballs here, let you have a little batting practice at the start of the program.
This is not it. I actually, I guess we could say a more underground hip hop listener, if we're going to divide these things up into categories. I'm actually more irritated with underground hip hop listeners than I am with like mainstream hip hop listeners. Like people who listen to Drake, I'm not really bothered by them. I think that they have a pretty, it's kind of a pretty straightforward thing, right? They're just kind of entertained by it. They're not in depth with it. They don't claim to understand it more than anyone else. They just kind of enjoy what's on the radio, and that's it. End of a workday, like the song, break up, like the song. That's it, right? But for hip hop heads, there's this claim that there's this depth of understanding of the art, right? Then I hear them talk about the art, and I'm like, God, it's like you guys have never listened to hip hop. You're like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what bothers me the most about it, that it's, it just is kind of irritating. That's all.
I think you'll be okay, though.
I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like, my theory of the case is that, and I think we've probably even talked about this, is that every genre of music and probably everything that can generate a top 5 list has those who are very deep in they think they're very deep in the know. So if you just take music, like, if I say, hey, I like Luke Bryan as a country artist. And some old dude is going to say, or worse yet, a young dude is going to say like, well, if not, you're not listening to Hank Williams Jr., then you're really not doing it right. It's like, I don't care. I'm the Drake listener in that conversation. I'm like, I don't care.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's actually where I got the belief, the thought process from.
It's the same thing, with any other genre of music or whatever. So, I mean, and underground heads. I just don't like it when underground heads start sounding like a chihuahua in a dog fight. It's like, dude, that's a pit bull. Come on, just stop. It's like you're just about different species of animal. Just settle down. Settle down.
It's a very goofy group of people. Just to be, I mean, like, let's just kind of be honest. There's a lot of like, not liking things for the sake of not liking things type. You know what I mean? It's become what became an underground hip hop fans is kind of I don't know, it's just a parody of the fan base, right? Like, I don't like that. It's just not dope. Like, I only listen to like, why are you not listening to? Repeat on. You should have KRS-One, Sex and Violence on repeat over and over and over. Like, why are you not breathing that? You know what I mean? And it's also, and we can move on after this. But I also think that the more that I see and hear and read the average kind of underground hip hop fan talk about it, it's like the superficiality of rhyming is very much more important than substance rhyming, right? And I grew up where, one of the best records of my time is
Country Grammar,
like of my young life. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube records, right? With all this, but these are like complete substance records, Public Enemy complete substance records, and then you kind of had a balance of the two when People's Instinctive Pass Through Travel's Rhythm, whatever. came out, and all of this stuff. Basically, it was like you still got some substance, but now it's like when I turn on what's suggested to me by some people. They're my age, but they're listening to not like JID or Coast Contra or artists like that. I'm talking some other artists where it's just like the tenacity of rapping half of me and half of me, and you can't even battle half of me and laugh at me. And I'm like, we're doing this. We just gonna do this? Like,
I think you just won a Grammy though in 2022, 2023. You're up for it just right now.
What?
Cut.
Good
That's
grief.
a wrap.
Although, okay, let's move on after this. I promise. I'm listening to Black Thought, fam. He said I had to pull myself up by the bootstraps in a place where niggas play their own part like a tooth gap. I turned my radio off and was like,
that's on the Black Star record, right?
That's on a Benny the Butcher record.
Oh, wait.
But on that Black Star record, he went off too. I actually liked that Black Star record, by the way. That was going to be my opening question until we had the pre-show conversation. But yeah. All right. So Kev, first of all, rest in peace to my man De La. Passed away this morning. Kind of a local legend to me, dancer, MC, former MC. We had the high school kind of. I wasn't involved in their little high school battles that they had. That was more my man Left Brain, but still, yo, man, like, I don't know. I never came across any negative energy from the dude. He was always kind of good energy. Even when we were in the little battle scene in high school, like I never felt any animosity type energy from him. So blessings to his family. I just want to make sure I shout De La out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a city, lost a diamond. But also this week, over the past week, Kevin Samuels has passed away. Now, are you familiar with Kevin Samuels?
Nope.
Kev? So I hardly am as well. So I was introduced to him by a very close person to me. And I listened and was like, this is not my thing at all. Right? I almost didn't agree with anything he said from the very start to the finish of the podcast or whatever I was listening to from him. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have enough time or maybe connection to dislike him as much as some people have. Mm-hmm. Have you noted that? Or has there been more defense of Kevin Samuels?
I don't know. I can't tell if it's, sort of like a gender divided along gender lines or what the deal is.
Pretty much.
I also kind of didn't take the time to dig into it that deeply, so.
Sure. It brings about a question. So on Rap Sucks Radio, we've had several times where we could have disparaged the dead, right? We choose not to on this show, even if it's somebody that has kind of countered almost everything we believe in. We tend to say, look, we're not going to take it in that direction, right? But with Kevin Samuels, it seems like some people were just ready, set, go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like
dancing on the grave.
Yeah, sort of. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I just can't. Am I being too sensitive in this? Like, I just feel like, I don't know, man. Like, if once a person is gone, they're gone. I know you leave a legacy behind in your words. I'm not saying anybody shouldn't be upset. Apparently, his words and beliefs kind of hurt a fair amount of people, which can happen when you choose choose the subject matter and the way he chose to go about it. Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to take anything away from anyone. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's always been a little odd to me. Am I tripping?
No, I don't know. I mean, I just assumed that if all the people who are saying negative things, they probably wanted him to shut up. And hey, he's not going to be saying much anymore. So I don't know why you're so. I don't know. Doesn't make much sense.
Fair point.
I mean, and oh, sorry. Then that ends up being one of those all in the family kind of conversations, and it's like then it becomes very, very goofy, where it's like, how much of that do you really want to put out there in the world?
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's the conversation about cancel culture and free speech and those things of that nature, right? Clearly, he was able to speak freely.
Yep.
Right? Spoke freely enough to have an audience. That's pretty defensive of him. Some reasonably defensive because some people probably feel like me where they're, again, I'm not one of the people that defends him, but I'm just thinking of if there was somebody that I appreciated and I saw people glorifying or happy that they died, I might feel a certain way, right? So, but he spoke freely, right? He spoke his mind. I didn't agree with pretty much anything he said when he did speak, but I don't know. I think like you said, at this point, I mean, he's gone and it's his family. People who didn't know him as the personality that you disliked, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that are left to feel something about him. So I tend to say, yo, blessings to them. There's some people that just probably knew him as cousin or Uncle Kevin, and that's not the way we know him. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's just one of those things where you hear somebody speaking, even if you disagree with, there are people who I disagree with every single thing they say, but then I hear them and I'm like, oh, I understand why there's a, big audience of knuckleheads who will just ride or die 100% for this person. It's like, all right.
Yeah. It's a twist. It's a twisted subject. We talked about Donald Trump's son on this show, right? The teenage son. And we talked about how this, speaking ill of his son to me feels like whatever. Like, I don't know if that's necessary. The issue is with Trump. His kids, well, that particular kid, the other kids that got involved, they get L's too. Right. But, this young man is a teenager. I don't have any problems with him until he speaks out and
he's also 11 and a half feet tall.
He's giant child. Yeah. So there's that too. All right. So anyway, man, let's get into the show.
Yeah,
and people
man.
are like, wait, you're not into the show? It's been 20 minutes. All right. Here we go. I know I can be what I want to be, TS. Is the episode title. So Rachel Dolezal-type beat is the topic. Why though? Why, Kev?
You're giving her I noticed when I listened to that other episode, you gave her kind of a Latina sounding name. Did you call her?
Did I?
Deladoza?
I do, Dolezal.
I think, yeah.
I've called her Rachel Dolezal for years.
Isn't it? Dolezal?
Dolezal? Is it?
No, that sounds too fresh.
Dolezal?
Call her whatever you want.
I call her Deladoza, and I don't know where I got that from. Shout out to my dad, right? It's like saying LeBron's, which is what my dad refuses not to say. All right. Rachel Dolezal. From here on out, I'll remember to do that. Rachel Dolezal-type beat. So a British influencer who insists they're Korean believes you are allowed to choose your race. This is brought to you by ladbible.com.
Right.
The players involved are British influencer Oli London and White Korea. All right, so look, the British influencer Oli London has ruffled a few feathers during the discussion with a black woman after telling her that they identify as Korean. The pair sat down to chat for Channel 4's Would You Rather series on YouTube to discuss transracialism, which is what London identifies as. Transracialism is the belief that you can identify as a different race to the one you were born into. The debate kicked off when a non-binary influencer explained their race to her. I used to live in Korea for 1 year. I love their history, the culture, and the people. They said, I put myself through a lot of pain. I've had a lot of surgery procedures to have more of a Korean aesthetic. I spent a lot of time learning the language, learning how to cook Korean foods, Kev. London went on to explain the backlash they faced after coming out as transracial. People didn't really get it. Not everyone will get it. But I hope over time people will be more accepting of me. The woman they were explaining this to appeared stunned by the admission. She told Oli that transracialism, quote, does not exist.
Mm.
Okay. Quote. This is what she said. I can't sit up here and say, oh, I'm suddenly a white person, she explained. If you as a white person can sit up here and say, oh, I can be black or I can be Korean, I can't swap the benefit from the privilege you benefit from. There's clearly not an equal exchange. Interesting. Despite the extensive surgeries Kev to align London's look with a Korean person, the black woman hit back. You are not a Korean man, she said, just very clearly. No matter how much surgery you do or the aesthetic you adopt. And London disagreed. There's that. Is there a particular quote? This is long, so.
No. I'm just seeing how long you're going to go with this.
Well, this is interesting. Nobody can take away what a minority group has been through. But when you combine culture, millions of people now adopt a lot of the Korean cultural aspects through K-pop or K-drama. Sis was having none of it, Kev. None of it. I think your skin color has a lot to do with everything you're doing. And I think you need to recognize that white supremacy is a global issue. We can wait. What you're essentially saying is you can change your race and you can't change your race. Done. Shorty went back.
Not playing.
Shorty
Not
said,
playing.
nah, pulled the trigger and stepped.
Yep.
All right, Kev, it's on you.
I'm all for it. I think they can do whatever they want.
Uh-oh. This show is about to be over.
More Asians.
It's already a third of the world.
Not enough. We're taking over, baby. Taking over. And they're I want to make sure I don't mess up the they're non-binary. So I say that they count as two Asians. And they've taken two white people off the board. That's a 4-point turnaround, Trek.
This show. Yo, I need you to clip that.
By the way,
I need you to clip more Asians.
are we... No, I'm not going to do that. Someone else will do that. Are we just going to... There are pictures accompanying from the interview. There was like a Zoom interview. Or I don't know. Actually, no, it might have been an I don't know what it was. But it was an interview where they show both the interviewer's face as well as the person in question here, Ollie London. Are we just going to ignore their tight-ass cornrows that just... just confuse matters even more?
That those cornrows could be Norwegian. They could be, they could be all sorts of stuff at this point, right? Russian.
I guess.
Hey,
they look like a Korean Chet Hanks. Chet Hayes. Excuse me.
Chet Hayes. What do you think about? No. So a lot of this seems to be some of the sort of response to, transgender or LGBTQ. Like, okay, if they can decide, then I can decide. If they can decide this, then I can decide whatever, right?
Right.
So a lot of it just seems like kind of disingenuous. What I will say is this, just to be fair. I'm going to be completely fair. Okay. No, they're not Korean at all. But,
so says
to live somewhere in maybe a formative or very, very polarizing or a great year of your life, to spend that year in Korea and be connected to where you were and feel so good about it. I think it's a wonderful thing. I just think that what Sis said was absolutely right. Like, but the privilege to just then become it, you know what I mean? Is where, like, draw that line. Like, you know what I mean? I have great times in Hawaii. I don't come home and be like, all right, today, like, okay, I'm not Hawaiian now. Like, that's what happened. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
What if the interviewer just started like speaking Korean and just called the bluff.
That would have been dope.
That would have been
That would have
tight.
been real dope.
Oh,
That'd have been dope.
that would have been a real eye opener there.
This kid come home from Hawaii and be like, okay, so I am in the bloodline of Kamehameha now, and like you can just enjoy things and then let them exist as they are.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Listen, as I get older, I realize that you start to hit the back, the back nine, and you realize, hey, we only have but so many years on this planet. I've certainly had my fun. I'm hopefully not going anywhere, but hey, who am I to say what you can or can't do? Now, if it hurts somebody else, then, someone's going to check you on that, obviously. It's the same rule I have about most things, and I've said it on this show. But hey, this individual is treating, newfound freedoms, newly unearthed identity politics, and treating it like going to the Sizzler during the all-you-can-eat salad bar, man. Just going for it. It's not like they compared it to transgender identity and said, since that's okay, this is okay. They are already well, I don't know about transgender, but non-binary identity and transracial. Hey, some people would look down upon that and say, well, if you let that happen, then what's next, Kev? Where's the line, Kev? And you know what I say? I don't know. What's next? Let's go.
The excitement.
I want them to identify as a car. I don't know.
Well,
maybe a giraffe. Who knows? Maybe a black Korean.
There've already been. I've said on this show about K-pop that I don't know what the hood in Korea is like. You know what I mean? I don't know. All of these K-pop artists could be directly from the worst part of the world of where they live in, right? But I feel like Ollie London didn't go to the hood in Korea once. I feel like that would have changed the perspective. I just feel like, wherever the hood is, you wasn't nowhere near it. You know what I'm saying?
So you think if Ollie London was really in the hood, groups of 7 very, very skinny, well coiffed, nice hairdo people dressed the same would just be dancing in sync toward them, ominously singing 90s R&B songs.
Do you know how many of those doo-wop artists is from the hood? Like, they was shuffling, bro, and then they was packing heat right after. Like, I'm sorry, but shoot, New Edition.
Well, New Edition was from Roxbury.
Right. Which, what?
A lot of the doo-wop groups in America were from, the deep South.
Right.
Which was anything but.
Poe. It was the deep South. It's like people from Rialto, right? The homie said, you call Rialto, we call it the toe. It's the foot. Like, the eye is foot, and Rialto is the toe. Like, so shouldn't there be 5 toes? No, the toe.
That's a good name for a group. It's a good name for a doo-wop group.
The toe?
The 5 toes.
All right. The 5 toes. All right, listen, man. Let's move on. So, topic number 2 is tight.
Hey, you know what? Identify as whatever you want to identify as. Identify as a dude with dreads who doesn't need glasses. Identify as a dude with a fade who does need glasses. Man. It is 2022. Do what you have to do to be at peace with yourself. Don't let anybody tell you that it's out of reach.
You're right.
Wear an extra medium shirt, and I don't care how big you are. Wear it. Wear it proudly.
Put it on.
Just put it on. Put it on. Keep it on.
That's true. You know what, man? You've changed my opinion, man. So Ollie London, y'all are definitely not Korean now. Like it's not. First, y'all was not Korean at all. Now y'all definitely most factually no way near close to Korean. So yes, thank you.
I love the fact the growth that is being shown right now on this program.
Yeah.
We see
ridiculous.
We see
ridiculously
a person whose pronouns are they and them, and you address them as y'all. That works. That's factually correct. I like it.
It's fine.
I like it.
Y'all not Korean. That's how that works. It's very easy. You know what I'm saying? Just wake up in the morning and decide to be. It's the beauty in cultural difference. You're just deciding to be whatever. All right, whatever. All right. Dumb luck. Question mark. Dumb luck? That's how I should have said it.
Yeah, this is yours.
Woman wins $10 million after accidentally pushing the wrong button on lottery machine. Get it, girl. You better get it.
You're really digging deep on these headlines here.
Yeah. NPR.org reports this. Kierdra Edwards and some rude person are the players involved. Listen, Kev, when a stranger bumps into you, you might get an apology.
Better.
Kierdra Edwards got $10 million. Right? Last November, Edwards was had just put $40 into a lottery ticket vending machine at a supermarket in Los Angeles when some rude person bumped into her, causing her to accidentally push the wrong number on the machine.
Oh.
He just bumped into me, didn't say a thing, and walked out the door. She usually purchases cheaper tickets, but the accidental button push meant she'd bought a $30 200 times scratcher ticket. Pissed off. Until Edwards said she was annoyed because she had just dropped most of her money on a single ticket. That's Edwards understands the odds, Kev. But once she was in the car, she started scratching the $30 ticket and realized she won the top prize of $10 million.
Ooh.
I didn't really believe it at first, she said, but I got on the 405 freeway. Only if you're from LA do you name exactly what freeway you got on. Most people in the world would say I got on the freeway. But you're from LA. I got on the 40. You have to let us know exactly what freeway you got on.
I don't want to know what freeway you got on. I want to know what exit you got off. You know what I'm saying, Laquidra?
Well, with 10 million, she better not let us know what exit. So, but I got on the 405 freeway and kept looking down at the ticket, and I almost crashed my car. I would too. I pulled over, looked at it again and again, scanned it with my California Lottery mobile app, and just kept thinking, this can't be right. Edwards said she's going to use her winnings to buy a house and start a nonprofit organization. You better get it.
There it is.
And the rude person?
There it is.
So, okay, go ahead. I have a question.
Right.
I want you to share your thoughts.
I don't know, man. She's about to put the entire state of California in an arm bar.
In an arm bar. I love the fact that she said she got on the 405 freeway. The freeway was totally a sufficient thing. We didn't need to know.
You have to know where you're going, you know?
I mean, it's like every LA rapper ever has told you exactly what freeway they either live off of or are on, right? Like, I always think of the King T line. They must see me on the 91 East getting off on Central with the rag top looking like life's so simple. I'm like, I know that. And I know that exit. Like, I'm all like,
you know, it's a little known fact. It's a sort of Easter egg that every single song that Ice Cube ever put out had a reference to an LA freeway in it. Except one song with the St. Louis freeway.
Except for We Be Clubbing. For real. It's either a freeway or a street. I mean, I'm sure all rappers, like, it just seemed like LA rappers need to tell you the freeway, and so did she. So how do we feel about the rude person that bumped her, though? Did he take a L? Is he like a
guardian angel?
Guardian angel? Yeah. Like
rude ass guardian angel. Hey, man. Some are better than others. Maybe he's a guardian angel that identifies as a rude person.
Maybe. Rude boy guardian angel. It identifies as Jamaican.
Oh, you're gonna get in trouble with Damian Marley.
Right? Yes. I need to be very careful. I've already cut my locks. The rest is all downhill from here. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this.
I love it.
I might
love all
find
of
a dude. I might find a dude and give him like $1.
Give him $1.
Yo, man, here you go, man. I hope you had a good day. And then have him turn on the news and find out his rude ass gave me 10 mil.
Okay, so that's the question. What if he gets home, hears the story, because he's like, oh, I bumped into somebody, and I was very close to the 405. What would you do if you were the rude boy?
Nothing.
Angry person. You wouldn't camp out by the
I'd
store?
be more angry. I should have got a lottery ticket.
Camp out by the store and try and sweet talk LaQuidra next time you see her?
LaQuidra like, LaQuidra ain't never going back to that lottery spot.
Oh, are you kidding me? You always go back. You always go back to the scene of the crime. You can't leave now. Come on. 40 million is only, but how much did she make? 10 million?
10 million.
You can't start a non-profit organization with $10 million. You need at least 15. Come on.
Like you could barely buy a house.
You got to double down, man.
See, like,
put it all on the line.
I was like, she said, I'm going to buy a house. I'm like, in today's market? You better go get 2 more lottery tickets. You could live off the 405 with 2 more. Shout out to LaQuidra, man. Very, very
Shout
good.
out.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And then, the fact that she wanted to start it, like one of the first things on her list to do was start a nonprofit. I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
501c3
LaQuidra.
I wouldn't help nobody out. I'm on my old dirty bastard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
ODB was like, nah, that's mine. OD. Remember they asked him like, you gonna give back to the hood? He was like, no. No, I'm kidding. I'd give back.
Contrary to popular belief,
yeah,
I am not for the children.
No, Wu-Tang is. I am specifically not. As a connected union, we are. But don't ask me for nothing. Rest in peace, ODB, man. All right. Topic number 3. Dude had a better chance of getting the ice cream machine to work.
Did you see this? Oh, my goodness. This is fantastic.
I saw this headline. I didn't read any of the article. I mean, I'm saying before, yeah. All right, man. Kev. Oh, this is an L. Okay. Man's marriage proposal rejected at busy McDonald's. Now, there's already so much wrong with that sentence. Right?
Whew.
Like what? Where? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
All through that sentence. This is sourced by the TorontoSun.com. Players involved: man, woman, ring, no fries. A marriage proposal at a busy McDonald's ended up in a harsh rejection for the man down on one knee.
Oof.
Video shared to social media appears to show a woman refusing the matrimonial offer made while she was in line placing an order at a restaurant inside a South African mall. The woman in a 45-second clip can be seen shaking her head in disbelief and exchanging some heated words with the man before she storms out of line. Let's stop. Kev, hold on. What were the heated words? What did she say? Okay, you go first. I'll go second. What were the heated words? Go ahead. No?
I got nothing.
What
are your heated words?
In a damn McDonald's?
I'm just hurt. I'm hurt. This hurts my feelings. Forget his feelings.
Okay.
This hurts my feelings. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What'd she say?
In a damn McDonald's? Are you out your damn mind? Get up off your stupid knee, fool.
Can you tell?
No.
Do you think she knew him?
Probably not. Not in no damn. She better not have. In a damn McDonald's? Nah, bro. Nah. And look, what if he got the ring out of the, you know what I'm saying, Happy Meal thing. You know what I'm saying? All right. So the man then grabs the order, turns his shopping cart around, and leaves to jeers and cheers from the crowd, many of them filming the embarrassing situation. Mm-hmm. She stormed out of line first. Dang, yo, she lost her place in line from you messing with her. The April 27 video has gone viral with more than 3.7 million views. Reaction to the rejection was swift. Yo, Kev, didn't we talk? I feel like, God, this was like deja vu again and again. Didn't we talk about somebody who was doing stuff like this in lines like a long time ago?
Oh, you did, right? Well, just like hitting on
like proposing.
people?
Or is this? I wonder if this is the same person. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like even the same story that just keeps getting recycled as a newer story. All right, so anyway, yeah, the person yeah, I don't know.
He's got a lot of alpha male aspirations with real beta male game.
Listen, you bugging out. You know what I mean? Yo, let me get a cheeseburger. Yo, can you put extra onions on it? Do y'all do that here? Anyway, let me talk to my lady real quick. So, we've been coming to this McDonald's for a long time. We met at Burger King actually, but you know that Burger King's across town, so I figured now is the best time, right? So, you know what I mean? The fries is golden. You know what I mean? The ring is golden.
Oh, jeez. You're terrible. You cut all your power off, didn't you? What happened to?
I've gotten better. I would have never been able to come up with that a week ago.
We met at the Burger King, and I want you to be my burger queen.
See?
No?
See?
Yeah?
No.
Nah. Mm-mm. I was thinking more religious. Spiritual, if you will. I was thinking, and from the McRib that the Lord God had taketh from the man.
Yo, you look like Grimace with hair like Ronald. You know what I mean? I figured. Yo, what was Grimace, by the
Ronald. Ronald sounds like an East European import.
Yo,
it's going to be playing for the Nets next year.
Shoot, these days he might win an MVP. Just giving them away these days. Nah, Jokic is a good player. I'm just tripping. Listen, also, what was Grimace?
You're asking a lot of tough. You're asking the tough questions. You should be interviewing Ollie London. I don't know. He did that commercial with Donald Trump, though, and you know what? There was more family resemblance there than probably with Don Jr. or Eric. So who knows, man? Maybe he's a Trump.
Okay. Character description. All right, hold on. I had to look this up. Yo. I'm trying to find it. So let's see. Hold on. All right. Nah, it's too much to look. Oh, here we go. Large anthropomorphic creature with short arms and legs, started out as an evil character who used to steal milkshakes before being changed into a good one. Favorite with the kids is what the information on him is.
So he was Hamburger Gang. That's not easy to say. Hamburger Gang.
Hamburger Gang. Good job with that. Yeah, he's trying to see. That sounded like one of them underground raps. You would be the best rapper. Hamburger Gang.
Wasn't that track number 4 on Push's album?
I have so many other albums I would have put that on
repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. What the hell was Grimace, man? This is like a blob. Milkshake stealing blob. All right, I'm gonna skip down to the Sakoda 1. We can get on out of here after that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the final segment of the show, which is called the Sakoda Ones. So what we do here is the same exact thing we've done for the whole episode, but we just call it the Sakoda Ones. And if that doesn't get you hype about what we're going to do, what we're going to do is just kind of read a crazy headline to Kev and get Kev's immediate reaction, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So there you go. Not the best intro. Anyway, Kev, a kindergartner brings Jose Cuervo margaritas to snack time at a Livonia school.
Jose Cuervo?
Yeah.
Get that bottom shelf shit out of here, Junior. What's wrong with you?
What should he have brought, Kev?
He's like, Patron, kidding me? Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yo.
This was from Fox5Atlanta.com. So I wanted to believe it was from Georgia. But it wasn't.
Alexis Smith is one of those parents that was upset about it. She said her kindergartner had a Dixie cup full of mixed tequila drinking and said she had 4 to 5 sips. Yo, Alexis's kid was wild, and I'm glad the little one is okay, first of all. But second of all,
4 to 5 sips. That means sip 1. Let me have more of that. A little bit more of that.
Listen, first of all, Lexus, you need to watch that one. Because I can't have 4 or 5 sips of Quavo without being like, I don't know if I really should be drinking this. This don't seem like something I should be.
Get away from me with that Capri Sun.
Right?
Son.
Right? I'll smack this high C fruit punch out of your hand. Bring the other stuff. You know what I mean? I'm Alexis Smith's little one. I drank this.
What would you do if your child came home just blasted?
I would be incensed. I would be incapable of being more angry. Like what the hell just would happen? Like my 7-year-old? No, absolutely not. It would be a lot of murder going on. Like, who the hell gave Quavo to my kid? Body everybody in this joint. I mean, I'd imagine, 14, almost 15-year-old now. Imagine at some point, not in the near future, but we're 6 years away from drinking age here.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Shout out to. I totally don't want to blast my family member, but she's, she called me one time. It was like November or September, and she was like, "Happy birthday." My birthday's in June. I was like, "Thank you for the call, sweetheart." It's a family member. My birthday is not right now. She was like, "I'm really drunk." And I'm like,
"Oh,
okay. All right."
Because sometimes people do that for your kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Liddy.
Family member was Liddy.
Drunk.
Yes, and I was like, "Are you home?" "Yes." "I need you to just go lay down."
Happy Cinco de Mayo?
Right. Like, go Merry Christmas? Like, no, you need to go rest. Lit. Call me lit. And I was like,
put in a phone call too.
They growing up, boy. Not even a text. That's how you know you lit.
That's love. That is
love.
That's dedication.
That is dedication, man. They grow up fast, boy. They grow up fast.
Word.
Yo, that was a big boy moment though for Atlanta, right? Sipping on Quavo Gold off in the club, drunk as
man.
So, sipping on Quavo
Marjorie
Gold
Taylor
off
Greene's
in
5-year-old knows how to keep shit lit.
Lit.
Right.
4 or 5 sips from a kindergartner of Jose Cuervo. I'm gonna go ahead and not believe that one.
You think it's false?
Listen, my little girl is 7. She won't even take multiple sips of kiwi strawberry Capri Sun because she don't like it. I can't imagine a 5 or 6-year-old jumping off the Jose Cuervo 5 or 6 sips. Nah, I'm cool. I don't believe it.
Hey, you never know, man.
You never know. That is true.
They got to get through that CRT somehow. You know what I'm saying? Got us over here doing CRT math. And it needs something to take the edge off. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Mr. Bruner.
Basically, good grief. That's how it happened. I'm really drunk. All right. There you go.
Mr. Bruner. I have to go to the potty, Mr. Bruner. I'm drunk.
I'm like, listen, Alexis Smith child. This is the 4th time this week. Yo, shout out to y'all for listening, man. This has been Rap Sucks Radio. I am your homeboy, Trek Like that right there. That man, that crazy person, that is your fam Kev Sakoda, y'all.
I'm drunk.
How many times did we stumble out of Conga room exactly like that?
I can't remember.
Yo, we made it through the whole episode without talking about Dave Chappelle being tackled, so there's that.
Yay!
You guys should be very thankful for us. You know, it's yeah, we do things. We should title the episode Dave Chappelle being tackled and then never talk about it. So,
yeah. All I know is Skills is gonna have to do another wrap up this year. That I know. He cannot retire.
Yeah. Skills is the old Grizzly War veteran at this point. Like Skills
wrap up is like an album already.
It really is. It really is. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you'd like to catch past episodes of our show, you can go to rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you'd like to catch us on your television, go to BTSN, that's Behind the Scenes Network. Download the app or channel on your Roku or any of your Amazon Fire devices. We are right there with plenty of other dope content. BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network. We want in. You can also catch us on Instagram at Rap Sucks Radio on Instagram. And you can catch us on Facebook. Is it Rap Sucks Radio on Facebook still too?
RSR Podcast.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. RSR Podcast on Facebook. Yeah, we couldn't say sucks.
Yeah, I remember you did that, so I remember there was a reason.
There was an issue. They wouldn't let us put sucks in the title for the name. That's why we would use RSR Podcast. Anyway, all the thank yous and all of that. On the count of 3, we say peace. Rest in peace, my man De La. 1, 2, 3. Peace. We out of here, y'all.